Welcome back to AGRR Magazine's continuing coverage of Autoglass Week 2018. I'm Tara Taffera. If you're not here, you are missing so much vital info that can help you in your business. ADAS calibrations continued to dominate conversations, and the keynote speaker unveiled cars of the future. Michael Robinson, renowned car designer, gave attendees a glimpse of what the future of automobiles might look like, and attendees seemed to really soak up his presentation.
The system is changing very fast. We're going to have a big transformation in the automobile industry, and you're going to be part of it. Your participation in this world that's changing rapidly is going to be extremely important. So looking forward to finding ways of helping each other out to arrive at this new world. So we're going to have a chance to still interact with our autonomous vehicles with no steering wheel. We're not physically driving it, but we are the owners. We are in command. It's our job to keep the human in the loop. We don't want to turn humans into a bunch of hamsters around the wheels.
At events like this, it's all about being surrounded by other industry members where you can share ideas. One way the industry did just that today was in a roundtable session with some of the nation's top auto glass retailers. They had 5 tables set up, each with its own topic, such as working with dealerships, marketing, and employee retention. Right away, it was evident just how helpful the session was to those in attendance, proving that sharing ideas like this is what it's all about.
With regard to marketing, we're very old-fashioned, and what I've found is that we're talking about this with millennials. Like, millennials are people too, and they're just like other people, and I think the same marketing in many ways works with millennials that works with older people.
So let's talk about why we have a hard time attracting some talent. What I would tell you is sometimes we use the wrong bait.
Well, that might be a good path to seek then, is to, if you're having a bad experience with one dealership, find another one.
Right. As long as you have that opportunity to market, that's part of the problem.
Now, are you doing calibrating at all? Okay. It's been suggested during the week that if you're working with a dealer, to go and see that dealership, watch them and do a recalibration on your policy or on your customer's vehicle, so that you can actually see that the post and pre-scans are being performed as well as the calibration.
Several seminars took place today, but perhaps none with more data than the one, Trends in Insurance Glass Claims. It was given by Kay Wakeman of the Highway Loss Data Institute. And if you are looking for numbers on how many glass claims are processed each year, then this session covered all that and more.
And so what does this mean in terms of the numbers we were seeing for those high glass severities for certain vehicles? So here we have selected very large luxury cars. So what that is saying is that only 10% of Mercedes S-Class glass claims are being repaired. 90% of them are being replaced, which is driving costs way up.
We also talked with Pilkington about the calibration competitions, which are in full swing.
So we actually came up with the idea initially before last year's conference. By the time we came up with it, it was too close to the show to really get anything in action. But at that time we had reached out and said, hey, we've got this idea. Let's look at what the competitions currently look like in repair and replace, and start thinking about how we could turn that into a similar competition with calibration. Luckily, although calibration is a very complex process, because of its complexity, there are a lot of easy to follow steps that go with it, because you have to make sure you're being precise. So the way we've created our solution is that there's a step-by-step, there's a right and a wrong way to do things. So when you take those instructions and you take that step-by-step procedure and start applying it to a rubric, it really kind of writes itself in terms of how you can judge people and their ability to do it. And then you add in the fun aspects, right, of innovation. What's your customer service like? How are you going to take this rigid step-by-step process and make it your own? So then you add in that kind of fun aspect, and it all comes together into what I think is a really great competition.
It's almost time for the naming of our competition finalists. Will father-daughter duo Eric and Olivia Howe be among them?
Ever since I was 16, I've been officially working for him, but really as long as he's been doing it, I've been going out with him. So we've always been kind of best buddies, so we've always gone out together.
I used to give her glass as a baby.
Yeah. I love the customer service side because we meet some really neat people in the shop, and that's what I love now that we have a fixed location. We really get to sit down and interact with people. But in the back, that's just kind of what I've always done with him. So that's a lot of fun. And replacements, because we do replacements now. I enjoy that, but really, my heart's in customer service at the shop.
Opticlear is a franchise in England and in the US, and she was one of my best franchisees. And she had a franchise when she was 16 years old, and she would go out and do the work. Customers loved her, and she would come out for me working when she was 10. She came out with me. So
and I think people like seeing females in the industry too. I think that's a big thing. You know, we get a lot of women that come in and they're so comfortable because we really, not on purpose, but we have a lot of women that work in the office at the front. And it's just me and my mom usually. And people like that, you know, because it's different. It's compared to what a lot of automotive businesses are like.
Thanks for joining us for another great day at Auto Glass Week. Stay tuned to glassbites.com for more news from the event. Thanks for watching.